Magandang araw. So, ako naman po ulit, si Sir Rusty Salazar Cruzami. So, nandito na naman po tayo sa isang panibagong na namang video na magbibigay po sa atin ng karagdagang kaalaman at refleksyon tungkol po sa ating mga sarili at sa ating buhay. So naway, nandito naman po tayo ulit sa ating classroom dito po sa Alternative Learning System, dito po sa Doña Mercedes CLC, Barangay Panakan, dito po sa lungsod ng Davao. So ngayon po, sa araw na ito, ating pong pag-uusapan ay tungkol po sa stress management. Kayo ba'y nakaranas ng stress o mga bagay-bagay na nagdulot sa inyo ng stress? So sa araw na ito, atin po pag-usapan bakit po meron tayong stress at bakit natin nararanasan yung tinatawag na stress. At kung papaano po natin yan lulunasan, anong gagawin natin? So ito po tinatawag natin na management. Magkakaroon po tayo ng management upang mawala yan, kung hindi man, upang ating ma-manage nang hindi po tayo na-stress. Kung nandyan man yung stress, at least ating ma-manage sa ating mga sarili. So ating pag-uusapan yan. At unang-una, ating ding alamin, ano naman pala itong stress. So, unang tanong, what is stress? Ano po itong stress? So, stress can be defined as our mental, physical, emotional, and behavioral reactions to any perceived demands or threats. So, ito yon. Una, mental. Pangalawa, physical. Pangatlo, emotional. At pang-apat, behavioral reactions to any perceived demands or threats. Take note, perceived demands or threats. So, nanggagaling siya sa mental, physical, emotional, reactions na yung tinatawag natin perceived demands or threats. Ito yon ang stress. So, diyan nanggagaling yung tinatawag nating stress. Now, if you're going to define stress, so nandyan yung mga acronym. S stands for straight equals P over R. So, ano naman yan? So, stress occurs when the pressure is greater than the resource. So, dyan po nanggagaling bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng stress. If the pressure is greater than the resource. Kung yung resources po natin mas kaunti, so mas stress tayo kaysa sa pangangailangan. So, yan. For example, food. Yung pangangailangan mo sa pagkain ay ganun kalaki, pero yung resources mo maliit na lang, so masistress ka talaga, lalong-lalo na sa mga nanay. So yan. So mayroon pong iba't ibang klase kung saan nanggagaling yung tinatawag nating stress. Yan tinatawag nating stressors. So there are two types of stressors that we are going to tackle this day. Una, tinatawag nating external stressor, at pangalawa, ito po yung internal stressor. So let us try to take one, the external stressors. Or what are those external stressors? So we have physical environment, social interaction, organizational, major life events, and yung panghuli, daily hassles. So let us take it one by one. Ano po yung physical environment? Ano po yung social interaction? Then, organizational, major life events, and yung tinatawag nating daily hassles. So, una, physical environment. Maingay or noise. Ma-stress ka talaga kapag maingay. Lalo-lalo nang ayaw mo ng maingay. Bright lights. For example, when you are in the streets, when you encounter bright lights, kung minsan, yung silaw nakakapag-contribute po ng stress. Heat. Sobrang init ng panahon. Kaya nga kailangan uminom tayo ng tubig when we are in the places where so much heat under the sun, the heat of the sun. So we need to drink water na hindi po tayo ma-dehydrate. So yun, yung init, nakaka-contribute po sa atin ng stress. And then, confined spaces. Yung maliliit lang ang space, tapos maraming tao, crowded. So nakakapag-contribute sa atin ng stress. So, yun po yung physical environment. So, kung minsan, kung hindi natin alam, atin lang napapansin, we are already in stress. Pero hindi natin alam kung bakit tayo na-stress. Kaya dito, in the first factor, the physical environment, at least alam natin ngayon na kaya pala tayo na-stress, it is because of that physical environment. Now, pangalawa, ito yung social interaction. Ano naman nandyan sa social interaction? Una, disrespect, booziness, aggressiveness by others, and bullying. So yan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yung apat na yan, nakakapag-contribute sa atin ng stress. Una, disrespect. When there are other people na hindi marunong magrespeto. So, makaka-contribute sa atin ng stress. Aggressiveness by others. Yan, makaka-stress talaga sa atin yan. Booziness, yung mga may ibang tao na parang boss, kung kumilos. Pero kung minsan tingnan din natin, baka pride yung umiiral sa atin, kaya tayo nasi-stress. At saka yung tinatawag nating bullying. Binubuli tayo. Kaya nga, huwag din tayong magbully sa iba because when we are bullied, so tayo ay nasi-stress din. May mga taong nasi-stress, it is because of that. Yan yung social interaction. Then next, organizational. Nakakapagdulot din sa atin ng stress. Rules, regulations, red tape, deadlines. So yan, yung mga rules, merong mga rules po in the organization na kung minsan nakakasakal, although it put order in the organization. Pero kung minsan hindi natin masakyan, kaya nakakaroon ng o nakakapagdulot sa atin ng stress. Mga regulations, yan, yung red tape at saka deadlines. For example, in the reports, when we have that, so nakakapagdulot sa atin ng stress. And then we have major life events. Nakaka-contribute din sa atin ng stress. Birth. Paano kaya nakaka-contribute ng stress ng birth? For example, unwanted. Di ba? Kung minsan, for example, nakabuntis, ganun, birth, or ano pa. When we talking about birth, death, nakakapagdulot din sa atin ng stress kapag mayroong namatay. Siyempre, sino bang matutuwa? Yan. Lost job. Mawala ng trabaho. Kandulot din sa atin ng stress kasi we do not know saan tayo kukuha ng sources of income. Promotion. Nakakapagdulot din pala ng stress when we are promoted. Ano kaya ang nakapagdulot ng stress? Ikaw, sa mga nanonood ngayon, kung, for example, ma-promote ka sa trabaho mo, ano ang makakapag-stress? Merong iba na may stress sa mga additional requirements that we need to comply when we are promoted. Pero at least, ma-promote ka. So, yung stress mo, mayroong positive outcome in the next. And then, marital status change. When we change our marital status, makakapagdulot din ng stress. Okay, yan yung tinatawag nating major life events. Next, daily hassles. Yung mga pang-araw-araw na mga gawain mo, na mga yung tinatawag nating hassles. Una, commuting. Sa mga walang sariling sasakyan sa atin. When we are commuting every day, so nakakapagdulot ng stress. Lalong-lalo na kung malilate ka na. Gusto mong sumakay na para hindi ka malate pero wala kang masakyan, so nakakapagdulot ng stress. Meron ding iba, yung mga sasakyan, sobrang hina naman kung magpatakbo. So nakakapagdulot din sa atin ng stress. Misplaced keys. Mga susi. Kaya nga dapat meron tayong ordering in storing our keys. Yung mga susi natin dapat nasa ayos ang pagkatago para hindi tayo mahirapan pag hahanapin na natin ito or gagamitin na natin ito. Mechanical breakdowns. Yan. Yun yung tinatawag nating mga daily hassle. For example, kuryente, biglang nag-brown out, so makakapagdulot sa atin ng stress. For example, in the computers, when we are doing something, mga documents, tapos hindi natin na-save, makakapagdulot talaga sa atin ng stress. So yan, dapat lang talaga dito is management. I-manage mo yung mga daily hassles. Yan. For example, commuting, balikan natin yung pagsasakay. Kung alam naman natin na wala talagang masyadong sasakyan, mas agahan natin yung pag-alis natin sa bahay. At Kung minsan, kung tingin natin na mahirap talaga sumakay, so maghanap ng paraan kung paano malunasan yan. So, management lang talaga ang kailangan. Yan. So, tutungo tayo sa pangalawa, yung tinatawag nating internal stressors. Yung kanina, ating napag-usapan, yun ang tinatawag na external stressors. So, ngayon, pupunta tayo sa tinatawag nating internal stressors. So, we have 4. Una, lifestyle choices, negative self-talk, mind traps, and personality traits. So, isa-isahin po natin yan. Ano yung tinatawag nating mga internal stressors? So, una, dito sa lifestyle choices, so we have 3. Caffeine, lack of sleep, and overloaded schedule. So, yung mga nakaugalian natin, yung tinatawag nating lifestyle, pinipili mo talagang gawin yan. For example, so much coffee, it can be contributed to us to stress. Pero meron ding iba, marirelax sila when they drink coffee. Okay, yan. Then lack of sleep, kung kulang yung tulog mo, nakaka-contribute talaga yan ng stress. Overloaded schedule, kapag marami na masyado yung schedule mo, kailangan mo talaga i-manage kasi nakakapagdulot talaga yan ng stress. Ikaw lang talaga nakakaalam yan. Kaya importante dyan is you know how to balance everything and you know how to manage. Okay. Then next is we have this negative self-talk. Ano naman tong negative self-talk? We have 3 again. The pessimistic thinking, yung mga negatibong pag-iisip. Hindi mo pa nagawa, pero sinasabi mo na hindi mo kaya. Yan, pessimistic thinking. And when we have self-criticism, yun, konektado siya. When we have pessimistic thinking, so we go down with self-criticism. Kahit hindi mo pa nagagawa yung dapat mong gawin, pero nagkakaroon ka na ng konklusyon na hindi mo kayang gawin. Whereas, pwede naman natin sabihin, paano ba ito gagawin? Then we have over-analyzing. Mataas masyado yung analisa mo sa isang bagay. Kaya, we resulted to self-criticism na hindi natin kayang gawin. Okay. So, we have mind traps. So, in the mind traps, we have unrealistic expectations. Yung we expect something na hindi naman siguro or very impossible naman siguro to happen. And then, taking things personally. And we have all or nothing thinking, exaggeration, and rigid thinking. Yon, matatrap talaga yung isipan natin so that we become or it contributed to us na ma-stress tayo. Because of that, ulitin ko, unrealistic expectations. We have taking things personally. Masyadong pinipersonal natin yung bagay-bagay. And then all or nothing thinking. Yung hindi naman dapat talaga natin isipin pero iniisip pa rin natin. Then we exaggerate something. Kahit minsan simple lang siya pero we exaggerated something kaya nasi-stress tayo. And then rigid thinking, yung iniisip natin palagi. Kaya kailangan din na i-relax naman natin kung minsan kaya nasi-stress tayo. Then next is we have the personality traits. Dalawa lang dyan. Yung tinatawag nating perfectionist at saka workaholics. So, through that, the 2 factors in personality traits, so, nasistress tayo. Una, perfectionist. Kailangan, gusto natin na masyadong maganda talaga. Although, we tend to make talaga na perfect. Pero, merong mga tao talaga na kailangan mas maganda pa sa lahat. Perfectionist. Kailangan hindi talaga pwede na magkamali. So, yon. And then, workaholics. Kailangan, yung parang so much love in work, hindi na matutulog. Kulang na sa tulog. So, in this time, we need to manage. Because kung kulang ka sa tulog, makakontribute talaga yan na mas stress ka. Kaya dito, in your personality traits, we need to accept naman kung minsan na magkakamali ka talaga. Kasi kung perfectionist ka talaga, tapos nagkakamali ka, because we are just humans, we tend to make mistakes. Tapos hindi mo matanggap, kaya masistress ka. Then, yung trabaho mo, i-manage mo, dapat magkaroon ka rin ng oras na matulog. Hindi naman na kahit hating gabi na, nag-work ka pa rin. So, hindi na yan balance, hindi na yan normal. Okay. So, we have the fight or flight response in this case. So, when situations seem threatening to us, our bodies react quickly to supply protection by preparing to take action. So, yan. This physiological reaction is known as the fight or flight. Okay. Yung tinatawag nating fight or flight response. Yan. Kapag meron ng supply or tinatawag natin threatening to us, our bodies react quickly to supply protection by preparing to take action. So, ganon. So, ano yan? The physiological response to a stressor is known as reactivity. Okay? And then the physiological responses can accumulate and result in long-term wear on the body. Okay. So, what makes something stressful? So, we have situations that have strong demands, situations that are about to happen, life transitions, timing, example of that is deviation from the norm, uncertainty, desirability, and controllability. So, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pito. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pito. So, yung pito na yan yung tinatawag nating make something stressful. Ulitin ko, situations that have strong demands, situations that are about to happen, life transitions, timing. The example ng timing ay deviation from the norm, uncertainty, desirability, and controllability. Yon. Yung pito na yan can contribute to us kaya nasi-stress tayo or make something stressful. Sabi dito, not all stress is bad. So when we say not all stress is bad, there are stress good. Because distress, okay, yeah. Ito, isa-isahin natin. Distress is a continuous experience of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed, and behind in our responsibilities. It is the all-encompassing sense of being imposed upon by difficulties with no light at the end of the tunnel. So ito yung example of that, or examples of distress include financial difficulties, conflicts in relationships, excessive obligations, managing a chronic illness, or experiencing a trauma. So yan tinatawag nating distress. We have also eustress. So what is eustress? Eustress is the other form of stress that is positive and beneficial. Yan, kaya sinasabi, not all stress is bad. If distress is a continuous experience of feeling overwhelmed, oppressed, and behind in our responsibilities, eustress is the other form of stress that is positive and beneficial. So, we may feel challenged, but the sources of the stress are opportunities that are meaningful to us. Okay, so eustress. So this stress we may feel challenged, but the sources of this stress are opportunities. May stress ka nga, pero at the end, isa pala siyang opportunity sa'yo to have a meaningful something or a meaningful to us. Eustress helps provide us with energy and motivation to meet our responsibilities and achieve our goals. So, magpumilit ka talaga kahit stressful siya, gagawin mo talaga, it is because of that meaning to us. Example of that is graduation or graduating from college, getting married, receiving a promotion, or changing jobs. Kanina na pag-usapan natin that kung ma-promote ka, it can contribute to you to have stress, pero yung stress mo pala, yung tinatawag na eustress, na kung saan mayroong meaning. So, kahit may stress ka, kaya mong gawin, it is because it has meaning to you. Because you will be promoted. Okay. Stress response example. Okay. Example ng mga responses natin. A good example of a stressful situation for us, IMs, so instructional managers and facilitators, is submission of quarterly reports. Ito, sa mga teachers, hindi lang sa mga IMs, sa mga teachers din. So, when we submit our reports or mayroon ng deadline, sometimes, it contributed to us to have stress. Lalong-lalo na kung marami siya ang reports. For example, If you find it to be stressful, you might notice certain physical, behavioral, mental, and emotional responses. So, una, you have physical response. Pangalawa, behavioral response. Then, mental response. And then, we have emotional response. Yung apat na yan, mag-occur yan, makikita mo yan, ma-observe mo yan when you have stress in that area. Okay. Then, we have vulnerability to stress. Kailan ka naging vulnerable with that stress? Some people are more vulnerable to stress than others. Merong iba, parang wala na. Meron ding iba, big deal talaga sa kanila. Determine your level of vulnerability to stress. Tingnan mo raw yung sarili mo. Paano ka mag-cope up with that kind of stress? So, what is stressful to you? Bibigyan ko kayo ng isang mga item dito. Then, try to define or try to connect with your own self kung mas-stress ka ba dyan. Una, work. Classes. Studying. Relationship with partner. Na-stress ka ba dyan? Relationship with family. Relationship with friends. Nakaka-stress ba yan? Trauma. Change in residence. Change in amount of social activities. Roommate. Child care. Finances. Appearance. Makikita mo ibang tao, mag-stress ba? Meron siguro, no? Physical health. Not fitting in. Hindi bagay sa'yo. Getting married. Change to a new school. Change in eating habits. Legal matters. Mental health. Law violation. Spiritual or religious issues. Major career decisions. Attitudes or thoughts. Buying a house. Nakaka-stress talaga yan, lalo-lalo na kung wala kang pambili. Change in amount of recreation. Death of friend or family member. Yan. Nakaka-stress ba yan sa'yo? Why do we stress out? Yan. For two major reasons, we perceive a situation as dangerous, difficult, or painful. Kaya nasi-stress ka. We don't believe we have the resources to cope. So, kung may mga bagay na darating sa'yo tapos parang nawawalan ka ng pag-asa or sa tingin mo, hindi mo kaya nasi-stress ka. So, yan. Then, we have stress warning signals. So, paano mo yan malalaman? What are your red flags? To, yung signal mo. Nagre-red na ba yung flag mo? Or warning signs that stress is creeping into your life. So, paano mo yan mapapansin? If we keep pushing ourselves, eventually, something inside of us will send. Mayroong sign na mapapansin mo. Yun tinatawag nating red flags. So, we need to determine that or that is a warning or warning signs that stress is becoming a problem. Suggestions for reducing stress. Ito, ano daw gagawin natin para ma-reduce yung stress natin? Una, find a support system. Find someone to talk to about your feelings and expectations. So it can be your friends, family members, or a colleague, or kasamahan sa trabaho. Maghanap ka ng somebody na makakausap mo. So yan. Yung tinatawag nating support system. And then change your attitude. Find other ways to think about stressful situation. So life is 10% what happened to us and 90% how we react to it. Sometimes hindi pa nangyayari, nagkakaroon ka na ng reactions. Yung mga nasa isip mo pa lang, pero mayroon ka ng reaction. So yun, dapat you change that. Tanggalin mo yan. Masyado kang pessimistic. Dapat optimistic tayo. So ganon. And then, be realistic. Set practical goals for dealing with situations and solving problems. Develop realistic expectations of yourself and others. Yon. Get organized and take charge. Being unorganized or engaging in poor planning often leads to frustration or crisis situations, which most always leads to feeling stress. Kaya nakaka-stress because hindi na-organize yung dapat gawin mo. So example, you have your plan your time, make a schedule, establish your priorities. Yon dapat nating gawin. Take breaks, give yourself me time. Kailangan magkakaroon ka ng time naman sa sarili mo. And then, learn that taking time to yourself for rejuvenation and relaxation is just as important as giving time to other activities. At minimum, take short breaks during your busy day. Kaya, for example, for the whole week, kung mayroon kang duty from Monday to Saturday, kailangan yung Sunday naman, ibigay mo para sa sarili mo or with your family. Yan tinatawag nating rest day. You need to have relaxation time. You need to relax. Okay. Or yung tinatawag natin to unwind. For example, mapunta ka sa beach in order for you to unwind, break from your daily work para ma-cope up mo yung stress. Take good care of yourself. Eat properly. Kasi kung minsan nakakalimutan na natin kumain, lalo-lalo na kung mayroon kang maraming ginagawa. And then, get regular rest, keep a routine, allow yourself to do something you enjoy each day. So, kahit masyadong marami yung ginagawa mo, kailangan mo pa rin mag-enjoy or connect with something na makakapagbigay ng enjoyment sa'yo. Okay? The time we need to take care of ourselves the most when we are stressed is the time we do it the least. So, ganon. So, kailangan yung tingin mo na yung bagay na yan ay nakakapag-stress. So, kailangan huwag kang so much indulge with that. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na hindi mo talaga pansinin. Kundi, kumbaga give way muna. Kasi, yan naman talaga yung nakakapag-contribute ng stress sa'yo. Kasi kung pinipilit mo puntahan yan, tapos alam mo naman na makakapagdulot yan ng stress sa'yo, so parang ikaw na rin ang nagbigay niyan sa sarili mo. So, ganon. So, sometimes you need to, tawag diyan, segue or give time naman to yourself na sa Bisaya, pamulikay gamay. Okay. Learn to say no. Yan. Learn to pick and choose which things you will say yes. Yes to and which things you will not. Okay. So, protect yourself from not allowing yourself to take on every request or opportunity that comes your way. So, kailangan mo namang magsabi kung minsan ng no. Kasi, merong mga bagay na hindi mo talaga kayang gawin. Kasi kung always yes ka, tapos hindi mo naman kayang gawin, so makakapagdulot talaga sa iyo ng stress. Get regular exercise. Exercising regularly can help relieve some symptoms of depression and stress and help us to maintain our health. So, kailangan din na mag-exercise. Get a hobby, do something different for a balanced lifestyle. Play is as important as work. So, kung minsan, give time naman for yourself na maglaro kung ano yung nakahiligan mo. So, sa mga lalaki, merong iba mag-basketball, sa mga babae, mag-volleyball, or what you can do na ma-entertain ka. Yan. Yun ang sinasabi na get a hobby, do something different from your daily routine. So, balance mo naman. So, yun tinatawag, play is as important as work. Slow down. Baka masyadong mabilis yung routine mo. Know your limits and cut down on the number of things you try to do each day, particularly if you do not have enough time for them or for yourself. So, be realistic about what you can accomplish effectively each day. So, ito, monitor your pace. Rushing through things can lead to mistakes or poor performance. Okay, ulitin ko. Monitor your pace. Rushing through things can lead to mistakes or poor performance. And then, take the time you need to do a good job. Poorly done tasks can lead to added stress. Kapag hindi mo nagawa ng tama, so mas stress ka talaga. Kaya, monitor your pace. So, hindi kailangang mag-rush. Hindi kailangan na magbadali always. So, kailangan tingnan mo lang. Balance lang talaga lahat. Laugh, use humor. Tumawa ka naman kung minsan. Do something fun and enjoyable such as seeing a funny movie, laughing with friends, reading a humorous book, or going to a comedy show. So, ganon. Manood ng sine, magbasa ng mga makakapag-entertain sa'yo, manood ng movie. Yon, yung makakapag-entertain sa'yo. Kaya sabi dito, laugh. Tumawa ka naman. Use humor. Do something fun and enjoyable such as seeing a funny movie, laughing with friends, or etc. Ganon. Learn to relax. Develop a regular relaxation routine. Try, yung iba, merong yoga, meditation, or some simple quiet time. Recollections, come to a retreat, so ganon. Many different kinds, but some are. So, how to have relaxation exercise? So, marami. Deep breathing. Yun. Yung example natin, yung first video ko, yung tinatawag nating examine. So, you can do that. You breath deeply. Then, visualization. Visualize is a nice way of giving our minds and bodies a mini vacation. So, mag-visualize ka, for example, na nasa bukid ka, na sa isang lugar ka that you're alone, and then you think deep, and then you realize something. Muscle relaxation also. Yan. Jogging or anything that you can do, an exercise. Okay? Then, stress management. Next steps, think about a situation or situations that is particularly stressful to you. So, you have to think. And then, come up with a plan for handling this situation using the information that you have gained from this presentation. So, kung ano yung napag-usapan natin kanina, you use everything and then come up with a plan for handling this situation. Paano mo i-handle yung realistic situation na yan? So, yan. Yung napag-usapan natin kanina, gamitin mo yon in order to have a plan for handling that situation na maisip mo. Try to change the way you appraise a situation to make it less stressful. For example, kung yung bagay na yan nakapag-stress sa'yo, so maghanap ka ng mga paraan paano na magkakaroon ka ng less. Stressful pa rin siya, pero less na siya kaysa doon sa dati. Remember, stress is normal, but watch out for symptoms of stress. Tingnan mo, ano yung mga symptoms niyan. And then, use coping skills, ways to reduce stress. And then, practice relaxation techniques, yung napag-usapan natin kanina. So, maraming mga bagay na nakapagdulot sa atin ng stress. May mga bagay na ayaw nating gawin, pero kailangan, kaya nasi-stress tayo. Kaya nga, sabi kanina, kung mas mataas yung pressure kaysa sa demand or kaysa sa resources mo, mas stress ka talaga. Kaya, in this case, we need to balance everything. Kasi kung hindi mo yan mabalance, magkakaroon talaga ng stress. Kaya nga sabi, yung stress nag-occur siya when pressure is greater than our resources. For example, sa mga mahihirap, alam naman natin na kaunti lang yung income natin. So, yung lifestyle naman natin, tingnan natin. Baka masyadong mas mataas yung iniisip natin na gusto nating bilhin o gusto nating kainin. So, dapat be simple sometimes para hindi tayo ma-stress with our finances. Sa mga nagtatrabaho naman, we need a managed time. So, we need to manage our time para hindi tayo ma-stress. So, thank you very much for listening and watching this video. I hope that you're going to share this one so that many can watch. And also, I am inviting you to write a comment in the comment box para malaman ko naman kung ano yung nasa loob mo, kung nagandahan ba kayo with this video presentation. So thank you so much. I hope that you will subscribe and also share this video to others. Thank you very much. Once again, I am Sir Rusty Corsami, your lecturer facilitator. So I would like to thank Catholic Campus Ministry of Davao and also the Archdiocese of Davao and Alternative Learning System.